be able to, they can probably rummage through the front part of it, but sometimes they're like big units, like 10 by 20s and stuff like that. Like mine, I have a 10 by 20, it's expensive. I hate it, I need to get rid of it. But yeah, so you're not supposed to, it's illegal for them to do that. And usually there's cameras in facilities, and if they're caught doing that, they get fired. So my other friend got a unit, and in his unit, this guy was like a druggie, I think. A lot of really bad drugs in there, and he just threw it all away. And there was $4,000 or $5,000 cash in the drawer, just sitting in there, in the unit. That's crazy. I think he spent like $600 on the unit and got all that cash, and a ton of awesome like amps and things that he can sell. Like it's just a lot of gold and silver too, tons of it, more than what I found for sure. And then another friend just found a bunch of gold and silver as well, and really cool old antiques and toys and stuff like that in his. I've only gotten, well, I shared one with a friend, and then I got one by myself. So I've only had 2 so far, and I already found a lot of silver in mine, my last one. But I want one that has like, I want something that's super crazy, like tons of jewelry, gold and all that stuff. That would be amazing. I'm like putting it out there. I'm gonna find a really good one that's gonna be so profitable. Like it's gonna happen. Thank you, Skylar. I'm gonna help go through it. Again, that's not fun for me. It's only fun if I know I'm, you know, profiting from it and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love to get a safe. That would be absolutely amazing if I can get one with a safe. And nothing is free. And I was like, what are you expecting? There's always something. Full of stuff. That's crazy. I wish. There's like a couple that I'm looking at right now that I'm like, okay, they're smaller, I can probably do it by myself. So the last one I bit off a little bit too much than I could chew, and luckily my friend came over and helped me. Like I said, I would help him with all his stuff too, so he helped me lift some of the heavier things, because there was no way I was going to get some of these onto the truck by myself. It was like really heavy. Even getting it out of the unit, I was like, oh my gosh, I had to like, I was in there first, so I had to like take some stuff out of it to like take things off this, like the top, because it was like piled up high. So it was just like, oh, it's so much work, so heavy. I'm gonna break my back. If you find anything with weight equipment, let me know. Weight equipment? $1. I feel like, let me see, gosh, I don't know, I want to, I also need, I was thinking about trading in my car in. I like my car in some ways, but it's not practical. Or I want to keep this car and just get like a crappy car, like even if it's a couple $1,000s, but I need to make that money to get one. So I just like want a raper van looking thing. I don't know, those big, that's so roomy. Like one of those cargo vans or something like that. They look like raper stands. And then, or like a nice large SUV, I don't know, probably a van. I know they're so ugly, but I'll make it look cool, and it'll just be like my work van. Well, why would you want to do that? Oh yeah, through our pain. What did you do to cut through it? Yes, the white vans with no windows. Yeah, but it's not even about, like, I don't even know where am I going to store it? Where am I going to put it? And I guess my friend said that, and obviously I'm going to help them do it all. I'll do it by myself, I don't care. But she's like, yeah, you can use my garage, you can use the front room, if you need to store anything. I'm like, really? I'm like, thank you so much. Because my mom, I put a couple boxes in the room to like go through it and post things, and she's been yelling at me, I don't want your stuff in this house, and blah, blah, blah. She's yelling at me. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying. Like, I just like stopped working at my other job because it was so toxic, and I was my mental health was just declining, and you're making it hard for me. Like, I'm really trying right now. And it's not like I'm sitting around trying to be deadbeat or anything. Like, I'm working my ass off to make ends meet, and and to get you guys rent and stuff like that. And which is funny, guys. I pay rent. They don't make my little sister pay rent here. I told you, they treat me very, very differently. They never made my other siblings pay rent, my brothers, which is obviously my dad's kids, and then they're his daughters, never. They're even begging my other sister to come back here, obviously rent-free, but they make me pay. Treated so differently, it's so fucked up. And I think that once I'm out of here, I'm not talking to my parents again. Like, I think I'm cutting them off. Because even if they have parents or whoever they are, if they're bad for your mental health and they're toxic like that and just making and pulling you down in life, like, they don't need to be in your life. And it sucks and it hurts because, like, you know, I've never felt what it feels like to have good parents. I don't know what it feels like to have parents' love. Like, I really don't know what that feels like. And it sucks. And it makes me so sad when I see people, like, take advantage of their parents and, like, yell at them when they're, like, trying to help them and stuff. I'm like, I don't know what that's like. I wish I did. And you're not treating your parents right. Like, you should hold that close. Like, I have no idea. Like, yeah, I really did. I don't know. My mom I don't have my real dad. My real dad was crazy, abusive, and did a lot of stuff that was really bad. So, but were your parents good to you? I always would say, like, I'd rather have parents who treated me so amazing for a little while than nothing at all. At least you got to experience it if you did. Because I don't know what it is. And I don't like these parents. I'm not Hawaiian, no. I am a lot of different stuff. Yeah. My mom spoils my sisters. Like, literally. She's bought both my sisters, like, diamond rings. Never bought me one. Even my aunt. Like, my aunt. She's the only one that in my family that kind of feels more like... She's the only one that in my family that kind of feels more like... She's like, I don't think your mom would have let me anyways at the time, but I should have took you. And I wish you did. I really do. I think that my life would have been different. I'm sorry to hear that. But again, were they great parents to you? Someone's urgency before they passed last year. It was horrible. Ugh, see, and that's awesome. I wish. And it's crazy because, like, I'm so loving and giving. And my mom knows this too because she's said this before, but she still treats me like the shittiest. They still treat me the shittiest. I'm the most loving and giving out of all my siblings, and I still get treated complete, absolute fucking shit. It's the weirdest thing to me. And ever since I was little, I'd always try to understand why. Like, why? Why was I being treated different? Especially when I was, like, a little girl, you know? I was little. I'm like, why don't they love me? Like, why don't they want me, you know? Never could understand it. And it sucked. What's up? Alright, have a good night. Yes, Kelly. Yeah. That's how my sister did too. Like, guys, this is how shitty it is. So my sister takes my mom's car, sometimes without even asking. My mom uses this car quite a bit. It's my mom's car. Just takes it. All the time. Every day. Literally every single day. I asked my stepdad about a week ago, hey, do you mind if I use your truck to move things in and out of my storage unit to make more space and stuff like that? And he's like, yeah, sure. I was like, oh wow, okay, thank you so much. And this truck, he doesn't ever really use. It sits there. And he really, like, literally rarely ever uses it. And he's gone 2 weeks out of the month in Idaho. comes back for 2 weeks, goes for 2 weeks. So he's not really here all the time. So I was like, okay, thank you, I appreciate that. And then I take it, I literally used it for 2 days, and I got shitted on. Like, he messaged me like, why are you using like truck, blah, blah, blah. I said you can use it once, you should just ask. I'm like, I did ask. I asked you if I can move things in and out. I can use it once in a while to move things in and out, and you said yes. So it's just so weird, but my sister uses my mom's car every single fucking day. And doesn't get in trouble. She gets yelled at sometimes, like, just for taking it without asking, but she still gets to take it all the time. I just like, I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. I don't want to buy it from him. Yeah. And it's crazy because like my mom was like, you always had like, you never did things by yourself, you're blah blah blah. She's like, I've always had someone in my life. That's completely not true. I've lived by myself for a long time. Like, that's how much my mom does not know me in my life at all. Yes, I've had relationships where they would move in, you know, and I had a long relationship with some people, you know, almost over 5 years, this one guy, and we lived together for a while. But I was actually paying more because he didn't make as much as I did, so I was paying a lot more. Same with another guy, same thing. But then I lived in like apartment for years with my son, just me and him. It was at first it was a 1-bedroom, so first I'm not gonna have anyone live with me. I slept on the couch, and I had my son I gave him the room, and then but you don't seem like a problem child though. Why only one paying rent? Why am I spoiled if I'm paying rent? That doesn't make any sense. They don't pay rent. I pay rent. Thank you. My son's already moved out. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying now. Why am I paying rent? Because I live at my parents' house for a little bit right now, and they only made me pay rent because they're jerks to me only. And like I said, I didn't care if I paid rent, but the thing is, if you're gonna make me pay rent, why is my sister not paying rent? Like, make her pay rent too. But they're not. Good morning, but that's gonna end because I'm not gonna be here anymore. Okay, I can't get my own things.